We finally got a tree guy coming in here to cut that tree down on my shed in my garage. So that'll be good. This one's scary looking. So it looks like they're figuring out where to place their truck. There's another tree they may have to pop a limb off of. So, good deal on this one, hopefully. Yeah, they're just trying to get their truck in here. A little tight maneuvering, so pretty good sized truck. Bigger than the last guy's truck, I think. He had a smaller truck, not as long. Yeah, the goal is to get that tree up there out of here. It's got rock at the bottom. Yeah, so this box elder behind the garage is what's getting cut down today. And might not look too bad from back here on this side. However, it's got rot here where these limbs are cut off, and another limb cut off, and it's had ants in it. So it's big and it's leaning over my garage. It needs to go. Yeah, so that definitely like a grapple thing with a chainsaw in it, not a bucket truck. Well, this will be interesting to see. I've never seen one of these in action before. I was hooked on the internet. Wow. Well, and I want to make sure I am out of the action path. Look at that. Yeah. I think they're just trying to grab the limb they cut off with the hand pull saw to get him out of the way. Yeah. Speaking of getting out of the way, I need to get out of the way. So it looks like they're actually going to cut that limb off with that right now. That small limb. I think they just want the clearance there. They certainly know that's not the target tree, but they talked about having to trim some stuff to get at things or move their vehicle back in here quicker. I'm assuming it's hydraulically powered. Interesting. There's like a chainsaw there on that bottom of that grapple. Just like on the internet. And they can lower the cut off limb to the ground. Hopefully it doesn't crash on anything. So that one wasn't dead. But yeah, I think they're just trying to make room because the tree that we're going to cut down, maybe this other one, yeah, I think they're going to cut their way in here to get at where the one I'm standing next to, this big hunter. Cutting another one off here. Clear the path to the target tree. It's a while later, and they've been kind of slowly picking away at branches on that tree there, lowering to the ground. Surprised they don't have a truck to haul the brush away here, but I'm sure we'll have one later. supposed to be working from home today, and I probably need to go see if it's time for that meeting that I may have missed. Haha. Progress made on the tree. Looks like they got a lot of the smaller stuff off. Up here, looks like they're going for that, maybe that last branch over there. I definitely don't want to get under that just in case something happens. I'm standing under the porch roof. got mostly larger stuff now. I think they got all the small stuff chopped off for the most part. Going for another one. Be going for another one. Like they're having a little trouble there. A lot of sun glare. Yeah, it's getting close to 3 in the afternoon. And I want to make sure I'm out of the way. I don't want to get in the way. Well, folks doing actual work here. darn near hope you don't drop it on the garage roof for sure. Huh. Just had new shingles put on not that long ago, so. Got a pole saw. Got a gas-powered pole saw there. I'm assuming, yeah, he's just getting some of those small sucker limbs out of the way. I've got an electric pole saw, but it's a pain to use, heavy too. Much slower than this thing. Alright, I got a meeting in a few minutes, so I better go there. Yeah, it's a bit later. Tree people have left. And they've left this big pile of branches here. Let's see how far did they get on the trunk. Okay, so there's still some work left to be done here. So I'm assuming they went off, they took their big truck out of here. Now you can see all the trunk rot on this thing. So I don't know, one of their vehicles is here, so I don't know if they're planning to come back yet tonight. And there's just a pile of chips and little twigs on the roof here. So yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. There's some. Wow, I wonder what happened there. That's interesting. Almost looks like a tunnel. Yeah, there's some larger logs in here and stuff. Definitely nobody getting out of the well, if I had to get something out of the garage right now, it's not happening for sure. But the bulk of the trees cut down and it's all in this pile. And it's just a big trunk and maybe some cleanup. My truck is right there, so if I need to get somewhere, I'm fine right now. Yeah, will look a little different around here. With that tree gone, not shading, night shading the garage here, and then they cut off a limb or two there, and then one over here, just so they get their big truck in here with the grapple clamp and the chainsaw attachment. All right. I guess we'll see what happens from now. It's like after 4 o'clock now, so color me a little skeptical if they come back yet today. Okay, looks like the tree guys are back, and I wonder if this is a big giant tree chipping device. That's what I'm thinking it is. I can say I've never seen one before. Interesting. He's having some clearance problems with the trees in the yard here. They're trying to figure out what to do because their arm kind of hits that tree overhead. They might be readjusting things. Okay, they moved the truck a little bit. got is this grappling arm there. I'm assuming they're just going to grab stuff, swing it over, and put it in the truck. That's what it looks like to me. I thought maybe they got a tree chipper in the back, but maybe not that. Maybe that's not true. Last time I had some heavy tree work done around here with a different crew, and the fellow that owned that one is retired. They had a bucket truck, and they, you know, sat in the bucket with the saw, and they lowered things with ropes and threw things in a truck, and then ended up using a chipper to chop up the small stuff. So they had a lot more vehicles, and they had more people on the crew as well. This guy's a little more, maybe he's a little more high-tech, as the saying says, for tree removal. Interesting, though. It's not a very good angle for a view, is it now? Definitely interesting for sure. Nobody's hauling branches manually so far today, for sure, unless I missed it. Definitely my back wouldn't be up to that, for at least right now. I just think about contrasting this with a bunch of tree stuff I did about a year ago at the farm. All by my lonesome with a chainsaw and chain and dragging it with the tractor. You know, granted it wasn't such tight quarters, but definitely a lot more work on my part to do something like this. Assuming they're gonna clean this pile up and then come back and cut the trunk and stump off. Don't know if that'll happen today or not, but the bulk of the project I expect is going to be done here today. Having cut and hauled a lot of logs and brush in my day, it's like I just think how much time and effort it would take to do this manually. I'd probably spend well, most of the day cutting it down and most of the second day hauling it away. So I think they really got going on this a little before lunchtime, and here it is 5-ish. So, you know, half a day's of work. And they weren't working super fast, but it's only 2 guys with mostly machinery. No real, you know, manual labor per se. Definitely no sweat is being sweated today. Well, it's actually about 50 degrees max temp anyway. I wonder if they can get this whole pile in their truck or not. Maybe. Maybe you have to come back. That's a curiosity question for sure. If they can, you know, maybe they have to like crunch it down in there and they can get it all in the truck. I guess we'll find out, huh? Crunch, crunch, crunch it goes. Or if he spins it around like that, just bust off any loose branches or shake it out, right? This is about almost done cleaning up the big pile that was in front of my garage, except for some small stuff. There's a little physical work here. So we got almost all the rubbish cleaned up here. That's it'll be about done here shortly. I'm gonna guess they'll come back for the log stuff tomorrow. It's after 5 now. But that big tongs there certainly makes short work and a lot less work of trying to pick all that stuff up by hand and load it up in a truck or run it through a leaf, you know, a tree chipper unit. Had other people do in the yard before for things and they did that, and definitely a lot more work physically, that is. You know, I don't want to, definitely a case of where machinery has reduced the physical human labor effort. Yeah, that tree was pretty old, and who knows, it was huge, so it could well have been 80, 100 years old for all I know. Box elder with rot. It was very large at the trunk. We had trees like that at the farm that were very old, and the same thing happens. They get rot in them, and then they start having things problem, fall over, whatever, rot from the inside out at the bottom. Alright, we'll see if these guys are gonna finish cleaning up or not. I got stuff on the stove I need to keep an eye on. So it looks like they're using the grappling tongs to hold the trunk / log in place. Got a lot of light over here.
Do I cut it?
And I'm guessing the other guy's going to use his chainsaw on the bottom. Just hold it in place. Yeah, it's after 5 o'clock, and at this time of the year the sun angle is pretty low. You get a lot of shadows and glare. Pretty big trunk. sure what brand of saw that is. Could be steel. It's cut loose and he's going to pick it up. He's getting out of the way. Hopefully it don't land on my garage. Look at that. Well, maybe not as rotten as I thought. At least right on the area I can see from here. Doesn't look super rotten right there. Of course, it never gets better with time, does it? It is a steel saw. I don't know how many. That's a long blade, isn't it? Holy cats. Pro grade equipment, of course. The average homeowner doesn't have anything maybe more than 20 or 20 inches or something, and that one's definitely a lot longer than that. They could let this rot for another couple of years. Down at the bottom there. Big front to cut. There goes the sun. Yeah, the guys are leaving. They're done. I'll get the bill in the mail. So, I was thinking this was the father and the son, and I don't think it is. I think it's 2 employees now, after talking to the guys for a bit. Yeah. All right. So what did they leave here? So what they left is this, and it wasn't quite as rotten as I thought it would be. However, it's definitely rotten. So the middle here, you know, is rotted off, and then this is rotted here. So, however, it hadn't progressed, at least at the lower levels, as far in as I thought. This is starting to rot. You can feel it's a little soft here. So he said it was about the point where they could bring a tree chipper in here, but I wasn't really planning to do that. This is on the property line, kind of in the rough area. So if I ever wanted to do that, I guess I could. I'm just going to leave her now, and yeah, property line area. Kind of a rough woodsy area here between me and the neighbor. All right. Ooh. Lots of wood chips around here, but yeah, they're done. A bill will come in the mail. I know how much the bill will be. Too bad they didn't sweep the roof off, but we'll be fine. So beggars can't be choosers, and I can always go up on the roof with a leaf blower later if my back is up to it, and do that. All right. Well, another thing off my list of things I wish were done this year, and it's done. All right, all for now.